Right.
Start where that was at.
Verse 24. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah his maid for a handsmaid. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah, and he
So
said,
probably like a wedding gift. He gave another woman as a servant to her.
and he said unto Laban, What is this thou hast done unto me?
Yeah, what happened, man? This ain't the deal we made. I made it for Rachel. Why is Leah? Why did I just marry Leah last night? Come on.
And that goes, you said that was he was a wedding gift. That shows that when you have sex, you marry. In the ancient world. But I'll go into this. What is it that thou hast done to me? Did not I serve thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me? And Laban said, It must be not so done in our country.
It's our because we're from the same nation of people. It's our custom not to give up the younger before the elder. He's about to say it.
To give the younger before the firstborn.
Because if something's wrong with the firstborn, your whole stock. If you give up a grenade and the first one is a dud, everybody's gonna believe all of yours is a dud. Same thing. You know, the same thing. It's not a custom to give up the younger before the firstborn.
Fulfill her week, and I will give thee also for the service which thou hast served me.
And what's that week? That's the honeymoon.
Serve with yet 7 other years.
And then serve 7 more years, and I'll let you get the younger daughter now.
And Jacob did so, and fulfilled her week, and he...
The reason I'm going through this a little slower than usual is so you guys understand what's going on. Everything is righteous at this point. The only disruption that comes is between the 2 women. But everybody else lives well. Laban gets all the labor and all that from Jake for 14 years, makes that man a wealthy man. Jacob gets 2 wives and 13 children out of the deal.
This is all righteous.
And he got more than 1 woman. He's going to have cattle, and he's multiplying everything around him. The Lord is dealing with him, blessing him. But the only thing that's messing things up, matter of fact, I'll get that after.
Jump down now. Yeah. Jump down to
because I want to hit that point about
jump down to like around 12, 13.
30,
verse
right?
12 or 13 and chapter 30. That's going to show you how basically Rachel started getting jealous of Leah, man.
Right.
And it was basically, she asked for her to get the mandrakes.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
You remember, right?
Yeah.
To show you that, sometimes between 2 women, they start to compete when one woman is getting most of the attention and affection from a man.
Yeah.
Hey, what about me too?
Well, let me say it like this. Back then, women understood.
I want to feel special too. Women always want to feel special, man.
And that's the thing. Back then, they knew having children would make them special. Children is what will make them feel special. You know, they can be fruitful.
Getting that seed, getting that seed, man.
You know, push that man's seed out, his family, make his family big, right? Because that's going to increase his riches, his health. The more sons you put out, the more help around the house he's going to have. You know, so on and so forth. But I had him going slow, just to say, fast forward through, I had him going slow because as they began, he kept popping Leah, and then he got Rachel, and he was popping Rachel. Leah kept popping out babies, and Leah kept popping out babies, and Rachel was barren. So they started giving up their handmaids, giving him extra women, trying to appease this man so they would get more time, all the way up until that point. I was going to have to read it, but just to fast forward, you know.
There we go, man.
Because they're competing on who can have children. So Rachel would come in, and Leah would get a night, she'd come up pregnant. Yeah. Rachel would get her time, nothing. So she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna give her my handmaid. Pop the handmaid, she got pregnant. Leah's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have another one, then I'm gonna give him the handmaid. He gonna have a both of us, now what? And they were competing going back and forth. Yeah. You know?
God, which shows you that without the man, the woman is nothing.
Right.
You know?
They felt worthless. She felt worthless, though he loved her more. So you go ahead and jump down to that. Then I'm gonna throw something else. The headache of it.
God, that's why I say the woman is the hair is the woman's glory and the woman is our glory.
Right.
Genesis chapter 30, verse 12. And Zalpah, Leah's maid bare Jacob a second son.
Yep.
And Leah said,
Because she competed to go back. That was Rachel that did it, right?
no,
Rachel's handmaid, right?
That was Leah.
Leah.
Oh, yeah, when they
That was
went
Leah.
back. Okay, I'm
Leah's handmaid bare Jacob the second son.
Right.
And Leah's
For her. Go ahead, Phil.
And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto him, unto his mother, Leah. Then Rachel said, Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son mandrakes. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldst thou take away my son's mandrakes also?
Yeah, we're over here getting blessed.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You know, well, it was my husband first.
Yeah.
He liked me.
You
He
know,
thought
now
I was
you
the
want
fine
that
one.
too.
You know? He worked an extra 7 years to get me.
Yep.
You know, but here it is, you're gonna take my man and you're gonna
Give him all these sons.
Give him these sons, you're gonna give him the mandrakes too? Because the mandrakes, well, I believe it was an herb that you took to get the man's rod right.
Yep.
You know, basically like a love,
Love potion.
like a love potion. You know, you take some Tonka Ali or some,
That's the equivalent of that.
yeah. You take a certain herb or something, and hey, you be ready to get it in.
Put that
Some
seed.
yo himbe.
Yeah, yo
himbe, right? You plant that seed with that.
Hey, you a hidden bait.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, straight up, man. So she's like, hey, man, let me get that, so he can, put seed in me.
Yep.
You know,
You got son.
because she started to
That's like
envy
son
her
number
sister.
5 or something.
Yeah, she started to envy her sister. Like, man, she getting all the babies, man.
Of
You
course,
know?
he gonna love them babies. They're gonna look like the sister and him.
Hey, but could you imagine in this day and age though, if your woman is barren, she couldn't have any children, and you sat with her and you was like, hey, but listen, I want children. What the fuck you think she gonna do? She gonna flip out.
What's funny.
She expects you to just die without children.
Yeah.
Let your seed die with her.
Yeah, let your seed die with her, within her. You know, be like basically, if it's up to her, you can't be fruitful.
You can't go wrong.
Because
Yeah.
in this society, that's why they told them they want Planned Parenthood to stick around, so they can have freedom without putting out babies to every man they get it. That's they get out of jail free card, so to speak. Because if they didn't have Planned Parenthood, you know how many women, different looking babies these women would have?
Oh man.
You know, every time they let a man hit, it'd be another looking man. You know,
Man,
Other spirit.
that's not supposed to be of our nation. So they want that Planned Parenthood to come back into full effect. Because Trump, he cut that. Like, no, we wasting money on that.
Like,
y'all gonna have to govern yourselves.
Well, the main reason why Trump is doing that is because he see their numbers dwindling.
Yep, and Jake is.
You know, he see that.
It remind me of the scene from Don't Be a Menace and South Central while
Yeah.
drinking that juice and hood.
Yeah.
And she had the
Dashiki.
she had the Asian baby too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, are you
everything.
my daddy?
You know?
She had everything over there. Dashiki. Rocked up. Dashiki
Genesis
had
chapter
everything.
30, verse 15. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him and said, thou must come in unto me, and surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes, and he
I
may.
know it ain't usually my night, but I got these mandrakes. For these mandrakes, it's my night now.
And he lay with her that night. And the Most High hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the 5th son.
And because the problem with this situation, the whole problem with this situation was that Rachel was still more favored than Leah. Even though Leah was putting out all them children, he still loved Rachel more. You know, so this is the balance to the Most High is bringing to the situation.
Basically, what she did was what Leah did was a deal. It was like she kind of supplanted her for that night.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you want my son to give you those drakes, those mandrakes for our husband, you're gonna have to let me get another night with our husband.
Let me have your night.
Let me have your night. Let me get your night.
You ain't about to get him the night with them mandrakes and
Yeah. Now let me get this night. And then it said that he impregnated her again.
Yeah.
You know, and she buried a fifth one.
Yeah. He probably just hypothetically.
And this is how it's supposed to.
Found his own mandrake, you know.
Hey.
For that night.
And this is how it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah.
You know, if women, women, they get jealous. It's natural, man.
It's a woman's trait.
But in today's society, it's for the worse. See, they were jealous in sincerity. Because it was about pleasing the man. It wasn't about their own selfishness.
Right.
You know, they wanted to bring forth seed for that man because it would expand that man's household. And like the brother in GMS London, expanding a family is like expanding a business.
Yeah.
Because a family is basically like a business, man.
And his sons were like assets too.
Yeah.
You know,
Wives and sons are assets.
And that's in the ancient day, that was wealth.
Land, someone
Land.
to till the land,
Yep.
cattle, someone to watch over the cattle.
Think if you have,
Go ahead.
now I was just saying, think if you have 4 sons, right? If you were the only one who you had no sons, you out there tilling by yourself first, right?
Yeah.
Well, now I got 3 sons and they have age. Now I got 3 sons and myself.
tilling
All of us
what?
out there tilling. We can get a lot more done. And then, okay, now I got 4 sons. They're out there tilling instead of us. And now I'm
Building
doing
up the
something. I'm
family
sewing
household.
Yeah, I'm doing something else.
The family
to make it
business.
right. Now I'm tending to the sheep. I'm doing whatever else needs to be done.
And we only making it bigger and
Better
more
for
sustainable.
everybody. Right.
Now I don't have to work as
And
hard.
then if you got daughters, you gave her off to a man and you got paid for that.
Yeah. And that still extends your family.
And like Laban did, you can have her son come work for you 7 years and work with the other sons to build that, whatever you got going.
Now let me tell you how deep that actually went. Laban was a relative of Rachel, not Rachel, Rebecca. So that was extended family. You know, so they connected through the mother's side with Laban.
That was, I believe that was Rebecca's father, I believe.
Rebecca's father.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like right. So it's like his grand uncle or something like that. I think. Or father.
Yeah.
I forgot how that goes. But this is an extended family, basically to where he knew the family. Oh man, come work for me. I got it. I just need some help around here. I got these daughters. I ain't got no sons. So he came and helped out with the land. Then he ended up giving, man, you a good dude, man. I'd rather give my daughters over to a good man like you.
Give it to me.
Give it to me one of these random niggas around here. Do it for nothing. Wasting my good hard-earned, family line I put through it. And that's kind of how it was. So it was all done in righteousness. And that was the progenitors of our nation. Right there.
Everybody helped everything.
Yep. Now,
Some sort of way.
now, they up there trying to make the family bigger to please Jacob. Women's more about pleasing themselves.
That's why if she find out that you've been dealing with another woman or you went got another woman knocked up, she gonna leave you. She gonna, divorce you or break up with you, whatever the case may be. She gonna try to fuck your life up, fuck your whole enterprise up, and then she even gonna go after that woman.
Yeah.
She might go and try to
That's her life.
kill her or some shit, man. Showing you how evil our women has become, man.
Yeah.
They're not what they used to be.
Hey, there was that one audio about the woman calling up another woman like, "Hey, you been with my man?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah." I said, "Wait. Well, you the one that gave him the money for the car note? Yeah, that car note. Yeah, well, that was my car. Well, matter of fact, thank you. You need to stick around. You're a good girlfriend. Hey, just don't let him come home, and lay the roof down. Like you need to stick around. We're glad we got you.
Yep, we
That's
got
how
you.
you're supposed to be thinking. That's how it could all work.
God help me.
Yeah. That's the way the order was set up from creation. But when you got them battling like that, it was immoral, right?
Yeah.
I just want to bring this
But
out
this
real
is
quick.
an example of men ruling over women But today, women are ruling over the men. That's why women have an enterprise where they build themselves up with multiple men. They get their life going with multiple men.
Kardashian.
The Kardashians.
Oh, man, they routinely do that, right?
You got a man for this, you got a man for that. All these men are popping you and they bringing shit to your table.
Yep.
And that's how these women like it, man.
Let me read this right quick. Sirach, Ecclesiastes 26:6. It says, "But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman." And that's the main thing. That you're gonna have that grief when the two women bicker. So Jake still had grief dealing with these women, but they were still trying to please him. So imagine now and today with it upside down, you can't get that. You got women that are jealous over another woman, but you don't even get the benefits that come from multiple women.
It's a headache.
It's just a headache and a detriment to you.
You gotta deal with drama, man. You might lose everything just because one woman that you got another woman on the side or whatever. Which man, I hate this place, man.
Right.
We shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't have to hide another woman from your wife. They should be able to understand, you know. But that's why we're gonna wait for the kingdom for that, man. You know? That's why we're gonna wait till the kingdom. We ain't gotta worry about all that bullshit, man. You ain't gotta worry about your wives, you know, tearing each other's hair out, fighting each other.
Getting another dude.
You know,
Looking at another.
Because
She
it's
gonna-
good for the goose, good for the gander. No, that's not
what they call it, get back or whatever.
Yeah, no. That's not what that is.
Rebound dick or whatever.
No, that ain't supposed to be like that.
Oh, since you cheated, I'm gonna go and sleep with this nigga.
Well, Slocky, I broke that down to some women the other day. I said, let's just put it like this. You want to be even, right? I got 10 wives. You got 10 husbands. At the end of the year, I got 10 children. You got 1 child. All 10 of my wives know exactly who the father is. Who is your baby's daddy? You got confusion.
Yeah.
That's what you got. You got confusion at the end of the year. I got 10 children. And they all know who the daddy is.
No question.
You can't be like me.
At the end of a year, not even 10 years.
At the end of the year, I got 10. You got 1 and confusion. And 10 men fighting over whose seed is that. Yeah.
I don't have to. I know who my children.
And all them women know who they
They all
know.
who the daddy is. You got to end up on Maury Povich.
Looking for the DNA.
Father number 7 DNA test.
But she had 10.
Been on this show 7
7 times already you failed.
Damn,
Barely
man.
mad now. Anyway, let's go
And
back
to go back to that 10 women, and then the woman having those 10 men. After all of that, with that 1 woman and the 10 men, all the men gonna leave because they gonna see the 10 women you got, and they gonna want 10.
any thoughtful man.
Not to mention the diseases she gonna have because the sperm fighting. You know, she wore out over 10 rides.
The spirits of those men that are overpowering, more powerful than women, are on them now.
And that's highly satanic, man.
Correct.
And that's filthy too, by the way. That's disgusting, man. That's why it says it in our law that you may not return back to her because that land is greatly polluted.
Been polluted.
Most of these women out here, if not all of them, are all polluted, man.
Yeah.
Unless you was fortunate, the Lord bless you with a woman, you know, that was the first, you were her first. But if you don't have that, man, then that box is already defiled when you got to it, man.
Yep.
You know? So, hey, we can't enjoy shit here, man.
Nothing.
This ain't, hey, like we was going,
not our
like
life.
they was going into yesterday, man. This ain't a life, man. We're not living a real life. This is a fucking nightmare, man. You know, you can't exercise your God-given right as an Israelite man on the planet. And this earth was created for our sakes.
That's right.
You can't even enjoy what the Lord created for you, man. You got to be distributed to which you can enjoy by the fucking devil, man. You know, that's pure fucking hell, man. That's misery, man. You know, brothers can't enjoy their children. You know,
your baby moms, is fucking with you, or you working all the damn time. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just that's why this is hell, man.
It's straight up hell, man. Straight up. You know?
And the Most High hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob, the 5th son. And Leah said, the Most High hath given me higher, because I have given my maid.
That's it. That's it. Yeah,
Because she ended up taking away the reproach.
Yeah, and she ended up conceiving anyway. So, you know, the point was already made with that story. You know, about having women.
No pictures, Moab.
Yeah, they don't have to, you know, ignore them.
They trying to honor him.
Somebody give me Colossians real quick, man. That's why we don't have our state and everything about us is not rooted in this society. Yeah, man. That's why we're not to live to this bullshit. Really, we only live to Yahawashi. We don't live for America, USA, nothing here. Yeah, for none of this shit. We don't let none of this shit give power over us, man. Somebody give me Colossians 3.
This Colossians 3 and 2. Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth.
Yeah, man, so don't worry about this shit, man. Alright? All this shit is all of the flesh hitting down with.
Temporary.
It's all temporal. That's why the Lord said not to love the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. Alright? This shit is all corrupt any goddamn way, man. You know, we vent about, you know, the shit that we see every day, but you also got to understand that this shit is, eventually this is our punishment. And we're at the end of it, but it's still not over yet. So that's why we got to deal with this shit, man. You know, we vent about these women because we love women. That's why we get on them so much, man.
It's in our nature.
You know? We would rather that they be in their order. Everything go back to the way it used to be. But because it ain't, hey,
We vent.
you know, we complain about it, but at the end of the day, we're dead to this place anyway. You know? Our focus is really on the kingdom. You know?
That's right.
Which the kingdom is gonna bring everything that the heart could desire for, man. Go ahead.
This Colossians 3 and 2. Set your affections on things above, not on things in the earth.
Yep.
For ye are dead and your life is hid with Yahawashi and Yahweh.
Yep.
When Yahawashi, who is our life, shall appear.
Wait, hold on. Read that verse again.
For ye are dead and your life is hid with Yahawashi and Yahweh.
That's why we don't have a life in this society. Our life is hid in Yahawashi.
Hey, bro, I think the brother said this like I think the brother said the other day. This life ain't living. This is what you call living. This ain't living. This is basically survival. It's not the same as living. Living, we'd be feeling good about it. We would wake up with a stank look on our face every day. About the day that we have before us.
Yeah, man. Read that again.
For ye are dead and your life is hid with Yahawashi and Yahweh.
Yeah, our lives are hid in Him. You know? So we're no longer slaves to our flesh and the things of this life. Now we're slaves unto the hope of Yahawashi.
That's right.
We're prisoners of hope now, man. So to the world, it may seem like we're dead because we're not thriving. We're not chasing the American dream like the average American.
They believe gain is godly.
Yeah, they believe that gain is godliness. We chasing after the world to come and not this world.
That's right.
The world that's to come is going to be everlasting.
Right.
All this shit is going to pass away with thermonuclear missiles. Russia going to take away the Las Vegas Strip. You know? The Empire State Building, Hollywood sign, all that shit, man. The Golden Gate Bridge. That's all going to be taken out, man. You know? Straight up. So we live to our Lord. He's going to come back and bring us life. Go from there. Somebody give me Romans, the 14th chapter.
agree.
Huh.
It's Matthew 6 and 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi, and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
That's right. That's why we ain't gonna worry about it, man. You know? We rather just serve the Lord, man. You know? Like we was going into a few weeks back. Hey, fret not thyself because of the prosperity of the wicked. Let them have this shit, man. All right? Yeah, Esau is the top ruler right now. He got everything in his palm, but it's getting ready to slip out.
That's right.
All right? He still got to deal with divorce, alimony, child support, even with all the riches that he got. You know? He still got to deal with polluted, you know, beverage, polluted air,
Water.
all that shit, man. See, in our kingdom, we're going to be able to enjoy everything.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
I'm going to go back. This is 6 and 19.
Hey, bro, you called for it? Is that what you called
Yes,
for?
yes.
All right.
I got
It's
it.
on you.
It's Matthew 6 and 19.
Just go with what you're talking about.
Yeah, come.
About the desires, where you lay them at, the treasure.
Come.
Lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth
That's
corrupt.
what this whole society's doing. They got their affections and their treasures and what they hold dear unto them, valuable unto them, set in the carnal things of this world. Even on the topic of women, it's all in carnality. Their looks, liposuctions, augmentations, so on and so forth.
High body counts and shit.
Yeah,
We supposed to have virgins.
yeah. But instead of it being, like they don't say, where moth and rust do not corrupt in heavenly things, that's in the skills that they could have for themselves. But us, we have it more so in the kingdom of heaven, waiting for those things for salvation and things that will be given us unto glory in the kingdom of heaven.
In this, I want to say this, in this society, everything in this society is corrupted and deteriorating, man, right in front of our eyes. This economic system, everything.
Why would you want this?
Yeah, why would you set your affections on this shit here, man?
Since you said that, why would you want $1 million in
Collapse.
Hold on. No. And then economy that's trying to collapse.
Economic collapse.
Right, it's an economic collapse. Why would you want that? Why would you put all your free time and effort towards that when it's going to fail you?
As soon as you get it, you don't even get, you're not gonna get to enjoy because it ain't worth shit.
Right.
It's like, I say this all the time, bro. It's like trying to build a tree house. You got an Issachar right hacking it down at the bottom. He got the chainsaw and he just, that shit is carving down from, it's about to, hey, when it falls, it's gonna fall hard.
You still trying to build it
And
up.
you still trying to build it.
And invest in this society.
Man. Hey, we dead, man. In the eyes of the average Joe, the men of the Lord, we're dead, man. We don't have a place here in society, man.
We don't fit in here.
We don't fit in.
And that's why they walk past us like we dead, like we just, they don't even see us. That's why they walk by us. Because we're dead to them, but in essence, they dead walking right now. Their corpses walking. Walking dead.
That's the valley of the belly, Jake. That's the valley of the dry bones.
Here it comes.
And then when he put the sinews and stuff back, the book of Revelation.
Yeah, the breath of life is in us right now. The men of the Lord
We're
that's
the only thing
woken
lit.
up.
The only thing shining light from that fire of the Spirit the Most High put in us with that breath of life. Whoever preached, I don't know.
It says, lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Yep, because they can take all these carnal things from you. Yeah, but women, just to keep tying that back into it, without going back to it, your age, every woman's looks deteriorate. I'm yet to see a Benjamin Button woman that she just keeps looking better and better the older she gets. More just wonderful the older she gets. Yeah, she may mature in her looks and look better, but her body's gonna fail. It's only downhill from there. With carnality, with the treasures upon earth. Go ahead. So even if you were sitting, but even if you were to sit there and just I'm 275 pounds of pure muscle as a man. That's gonna end one day.
Yahawashi goes out.
Right. What good is that if you wicked?
Like Cali Muscle. That dude big is big. For what? He still ain't got this truth.
Right.
So he just gonna be a big dude that die.
What is that gonna profit? What is that gonna profit?
Right.
Well, it says that about riches, right?
God, riches probably not in the damn realm.
Right. Yeah.
Neither does muscles.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt.
And we're the only ones taking heed to that. All the rest of you peons walking around, y'all ain't taking heed that the day of the Lord is coming. You know, you're not considering about what you're storing up. You're still storing up. I want to hit the jackpot in the casino to be a millionaire. Then I'm gonna buy my own company. This, and we're gonna do that with the company. And then no, you don't know what's about to happen in 10 minutes from now.
Right.
But that's what James the 4th chapter. That your life is a vapor. That's why you say they'll show you say, Lord will, we will do this or do that.
Right. But you're still not setting your affection toward the things that will profit you in the long run versus short-term things that's bound to fail.
It says, and where thieves do not break through nor steal, but where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
It is. Go to 24, slide, jump to 24. And this verbatim, this is just plain.
24. This is Matthew 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters.
So you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make the spiritual choice or continue living that carnal choice. You know? One of the two has got to happen right now. And this is that time that must happen.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
That's why we hate the world and we're dead to the world. Because we hate the one of the world and we love the other, which is the spirit that we Yahawashi outside that leading to righteousness in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
We give up everything else.
Yeah, we dead to this world because in order to get by, to get on top in this world, you have to commit all manner of wickedness to get there. You got to conform to this wicked world, and you need to understand that the world lieth in wickedness. You got to do a lot of wicked, satanic shit to get up in society, man. You know, the average person get by on their skill. They knowing how to do certain things. When you get hired to be a slave, and you live paycheck to paycheck, you might get a little extra. But I'm talking about those that are living like good, pleasurably,
which is real living.
Which is real living. Oh, you got to be a top Satanist, man.
It ain't living when you work with your own hands, man. Straight up.
Yeah.
You got to worry about things. That's not living.
And really, when you're in slavery, you're dead.
Right.
You know, when you're in captivity, you're dead.
Yep.
You know.
That's a condition of hell.
That's a condition of hell. That's right, man. So hey, we're dead to all this shit, man. That's why you don't see us out here promoting, rolling up blunts. We ain't all happy that Nevada legalized marijuana.
Right.
You know, the average nigga out here, that made their day. And they will come to us and they will expect us to be just as happy.
Hey, but
we gonna be as optimistic about it. Right. Hell no, man.
I want to say this.
You know what's gonna happen.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
But go ahead. Just something I wanted to put out there since we're talking on that marijuana tip here in Nevada. You don't even know the rules of this thing in Nevada with this marijuana thing. The rules are you can't, if you get caught with it outside of your home, you get fucked. You're destroyed. If you're Jake don't want to be at home on that. It's legal. They want to be out. You can't walk around and smoke. You can't do all that like you want to do. Jake gonna be illegal and do it anyway. But you're gonna get creamed. You're gonna get creamed by doing it the way you want to. By being legal now and everybody having it, they can now set the boundaries of how to control you better with it.
And that's something that just set Jake up, man. Yeah. That's a trap and a snare right there for Jake.
That's exactly
Jake still going to jail for it.
That's a bigger trap and a snare that we got to deal with now. Yeah. Us that don't even partake, or either way, whether in righteousness or not, we got to deal with that. But we're not worried about it because we know that the worldly things you get caught up in, we're not getting caught up in those things, so we're not about those things.
Yeah.
Not that it's illegal to partake in marijuana, but to smoke it is bad.
Yeah.
That's the point. I'm talking about scripture.
Yeah.
But you gotta use it for the proper reasons.
You see, like, an instance where the example of you being dead to the world is if a person that you was familiar with in your life, when they actually see that change, that you're no longer that same person, like it's like the old man, that man that you once were, that they were familiar with, he's out of there, he's gone.
He's gone.
That's how you know.
Yes.
And then when they see that, they see that, y'all ain't got nothing to talk about, y'all go y'all separate ways.
The conversation is limited.
You know? You can't, a nigga that I knew in the world, he can't come to me and talk about, hey, what about the, you know, we can't talk about basically bullshit. I don't do the shit that you niggas do, man. You know? You niggas are dead, and I'm alive in Yahawashi. You know?
I'm dead to y'all.
And I'm dead to you, you know? Straight up.
Stop trying to resurrect me.
Yeah, the old me.
Yeah, the old me. Yeah. And they say the same thing too. You stop trying to resurrect me into everlasting life. I don't want that shit. I'm wicked, don't you know? I like this shit. Yeah. And women are the ones that make men want that. Yeah. If they said all the most beautiful women was gonna get into this truth and go to the kingdom of heaven, men will be flocking to this thing.
If they said that, we'd be out of here.
Yep.
Well, you see that with IUIC.
Yep.
They got women in the congregation. The congregation grow.
Yeah. They came here and blew up.
They got women down there. They got Jake down there because they got a Christian mingle night and stuff like that, man. Jake going down there thinking they can find him a woman. Simple. And wicked.
That's off, man. Yeah, somebody get that on.
Romans 14?
Yeah, Romans 14 and
I was looking it up at 5.
Romans 14 and verse 7. Where you at?
I had you on 24, my fault. Just read through 24 and you get it again.
This Matthew 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other.
How many Jake out there is really looking at Yahawashi as their master? I'm gonna tell you right now, the elect. That's it. And the hopeful elect. For now, I'll say those that won't be up, the elect that fall short. But generally, only that elect is gonna do it. 1/3 and $144. Other 2/3, man, they're not looking at them as their complete master. Go ahead.
So their master is mammon.
Yep.
Riches.
Yep.
Bitches.
Which is a form of, it's like,
Yeah.
booty is a form of wealth.
Yeah. That's their
I
master.
mean like booty in, pirate way.
Yeah. That's their lord. Money is Jake's lord. You know?
And he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. He cannot serve Yahweh by Yahawashi and Mammon.
That's it.
This is Romans chapter 14, verse 7. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself. For whether we live unto the Lord Yahweh.
That's why I didn't say that, because I remembered it was going to say it itself.
Yeah.
And whether we die unto the Lord Yahweh.
Hey, we eat, breathe, sleep, shit. All right? Taste. All right? This word, man. And that's how you're supposed to be. All right? You're living just for the Lord.
Right. We're a living vessel.
Yeah. We live to him, we die unto him. If we die in him, we martyrs. All right?
That's because it's in sincerity.
Yeah. We don't see all this shit out here, man, that the average, we see through it, man. You know?
Don't get me
This ain't a life to live, man.
Right.
Especially for an Israelite. The fact that The princes of the power are enslaved by slaves. You're not alive. The fact that you don't know who you are, you're not alive. All right? If you truly knew and understood your purpose on the earth and what you're fulfilling right now, you would know that you ain't living. All right? You're supposed to have wives, not baby mamas, man.
And they're supposed to want to take care of you. You should want to take care of them. I'm tired of this. You shouldn't be thinking like that.
Yeah, man.
But that's the condition of them and of us.
You're supposed to, there's so many different things, man.
Yeah.
You know? You're supposed to have slaves.
People that, basically, to say it a nice way, people that work for you with their hands, and they use your instruction in mind.
And you want to be politically correct, you can put it like that.
You know, just so
but,
people associate negativity.
You supposed to have slaves, man. The white man is supposed to be working for you. The Arab man, the Chinese, the Japanese, they supposed to be working for you.
Right.
All right? You supposed to keep the high holy days and not the slave master's days.
Right.
Half them days he's celebrating his victory over you. And here it is, you celebrating it with him. You're not alive, man. This is death, man. Total hell. This is hell. You know? And if you choose to ignore these things and you don't want understanding, then you're going to remain that dead vessel.
Congregation of the dead.
Congregation of the dead. Only thing left is for you to be physically put to death. This ain't we hate our lives on this side, man. You know? That's why it says that shall deny, you gotta deny yourself. Somebody could get that real quick, Matthew 16. 16 and like 25, 24. We'll finish that in Romans 14.
Romans 14, verse 8. I was in the middle, but I'll speak. Yeah. But whether we live unto the Lord.
Yep.
And whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's.
Whether we live, whether we die, we are of the Lord, man.
We die with that mind in Him, not on the effects of the world.
Yeah.
For this end, Yahawashi HaMashiach both died and rose and revived.
How can you pay Him back? How can you pay that back? How can you pay that back? Your part of the deal is to live up to the best you can in the statutes, laws, and commandments, and righteousness, and faith the best you can to try to get salvation. That's the best way that you can try to pay that back. But only the elect is going to try to do that, and we'll be able to accomplish that. The rest ain't going to be able to do it. But that's how you make that worth something.
And that's because they're chosen from the foundation of the world.
That's right.
So whether those chosen men live or die, they still the Lord's.
Right.
You know? He sanctified them since the beginning. I knew before I formed you in the belly, I knew thee. You know? And they're going to be back today, and they're going to see through this bullshit, man. They're going to be expecting Yahawashi to come back and give them the real kingdom. The real everlasting life, man. Straight up. That's it on that. Somebody can get that in Matthew. Somebody
16.
also get Romans
24.
Romans 6 and 6. Matter of fact, get that first. Matthew 6 and 6.
Matthew 6 and 6.
I mean Romans 6 and 6. I like that.
You want Matthew 16 up at 24?
Yeah.
To 26?
It's Romans 6 and 6. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin.
Yeah, and that's why we're considered dead to the world, because once the Lord wakes you up, once He called you in, now you're dead in your worldly sins.
Right.
All right, because all the sins that you committed was of this world.
Right.
And it tells you what the sins of the world is. Anything that you do to appease your flesh. You know? And shalom, bro.
It says, put off that old man.
Mortify ye your members. Now you ain't rolling, smoking weed no more. Now you ain't eating unclean according to the dietary. Shalom, bro. You ain't committing adultery, popping other men's wives. You know? Lying, stealing. You know, out there selling drugs to make money, to try to appease these skanks out here.
Yeah, that's the sad part is when Jake do all these wicked things, it's never for nothing that they really trying to do. They look at it, they probably have a life of fulfillment.
Yeah.
Not over what's the word we use?
Abundance.
Abundance and decadence.
Yeah.
You know,
overindulgent.
Overindulgence. That's the word I want. Overindulgence. You don't need to have that. Just having enough to how to be a base and a bound, basically.
Yeah.
Just to have enough that's convenient for you and your family.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean filet mignon, but it may mean some form of steak. You know?
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Cool.
Read that again.
It's Romans 6:6. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin. For he that is dead is free from sin.
Yep.
Now if we be dead with Yahawashi, we believe that we shall also live with him.
We're going to live with him.
That's a lot. Can I go back 1 second to verse 6 about the body? You think that one more time?
Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed.
Well, and that's these chains of darkness. We can't get over our sin because of this flesh. The flesh is what makes our body sin. That's why the scriptures say the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We come short because we're in these chains of darkness in this terrible flesh. If we had the glorious bodies like we hope to get, we ain't gonna be able to sin in those bodies, man. They're too glorious. We ain't gonna want that wickedness in our bodies.
That's right.
We're not gonna want that low level, in our bodies. We're gonna want something higher. We're only gonna have the higher in these bodies. But that's that same body of that old man. You have to get rid of that carnality, get that away from you, and then you can live spiritually. And then that's when you begin your balance of your walk of righteousness.
Yeah, that's when you start living in the life of Yahawashi.
Because it's that your spirit versus your flesh. That's the battle that you have within you at all times. But you can't let your body win. You gotta let the spirit win. And how do you let the spirit win? Not by being willful, but following the spirit of Yahawashi Yahawashi.
Yeah.
The Father of
When you follow after the spirit, you start to see all this shit in the flesh, man. It's all vanity, man. It's all vanity. You know?
And empty, bro.
It's empty.
Achieving all this shit. You ask any major Jake, I'm talking about rich, wealthy Jake, so-called Negro Latino Native American, if they really feel fulfilled at every avenue of their life. That's what it's about. Okay, you may be the best in your one craft, but if that craft leaves, you got nothing.
You break your arm or something.
Yeah, you break it if you know.
Hey, well, ask that nigga DMX.
Yeah.
That nigga, they say that nigga facing 40-something years for tax evasion.
After
All them
they
hit
took
platinum
the
albums and movies and all the millions this nigga make, look where that nigga's at.
Yeah.
Ask him, did he get any fulfillment of his glory, man?
Is he satisfied?
Is he satisfied in his life?
And nothing but a curse.
Nothing but a curse. You know?
If he would have said, right when he was making Damien Part 2, he would have said, or Romeo Must Die, whatever movie that was, he was in, he would have said, yes, it's worth it. But now, at the end is here, it can't be worth it. It can't be worth it.
God, no. As a Jake, you ain't gonna be